Hello, dear students. Our today's lecture will be on forms of cyber crime. I am Dr. J.K.M. Sadiquzzaman, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Technology, University of North Bengal. Today, I am trying to deliver a lecture on forms of cyber crime. The outline of my talk is first introduction, then after giving some introduction, I will discuss the forms of cybercrime, and the second point is who are cyber criminals. It will be defined, and the next point is how do cyber crimes happen. The process of happening the cyber crimes will be discussed here. The next point is why are cyber crimes increasing? In today's scenario, cyber crime are increasing day by day. We shall try to find out the cause of the increasing of cyber crime. And the next point is how to prevent cyber crimes. Which type of precaution should we take so that we can prevent the cyber crimes? The next point is advanced cyber security systems. Which type of security will be used so that the security will be better? And after that, we will conclude our lecture. Now, the introduction. In introduction, first I shall try to define the crime. Then we will go to define cyber crime. Then what is crime? A crime, sometimes it is known as offense or criminal offense, is an activity which is harmful not only to some individual but also to a community, society, state or country. Such activities are forbidden and punishable by law. Now, what is cybercrime? Cybercrime can be defined as the illegal usage of any communication device to commit or facilitate in committing any illegal activity. A cybercrime is explained as a type of crime that targets or uses a computer or a group of computers under one network for the purpose of harm. Cybercrimes are executed using computers and computer networks. The targeted fields of cybercrime can be individuals, business groups, or even government. Cybercrime encompasses a wide range of criminal activities that are carried out using digital devices and networks. These crimes involve the use of technology to commit fraud, identity theft, data breaches, computer viruses, scams, and expected upon in other malicious acts, and expanded upon in other malicious acts. Cyber criminals exploit vulnerabilities in computer systems and networks to gain unauthorized access, steal sensitive information, disrupt services, and cause financial or reputational harm to individuals or organizations, even governments also. Now, we shall try to discuss the forms of cybercrime. Cybercrime takes many forms. As time is passing away, cybercrime is also changing its nature time to time. Hence, it is difficult to fight against cybercrime. What are the common forms of cybercrime? Cybercrimes are of different types. Some common forms are mentioned here. These are phishing, identity theft, hacking, terrorism, bad movies. Sometimes it is individual cybercrimes, sometimes organization cybercrimes. It may be property cybercrimes and also for society cybercrimes. Now, I shall try to discuss these points. Phishing. What is phishing? Using fake email messages to get personal information from internet users. This is called phishing. That is, using fake email messages to get personal information from internet users. Now, the next point is identity theft. Misusing personal information. It is identity theft. Hacking. Shutting down or misusing websites or computer networks. That is unauthorized access of anyone's website. Terrorism. Spreading hate and inciting terrorism. This is one type of cybercrime. Bad movies. Distributing bad movies to the social media is also a cybercrime. In other way, cybercrimes can be classified into 4 following categories also. Individual cybercrime. This type is targeting individuals. It includes phishing, spoofing, spam, cyber stalking, and more. Organization cybercrime. The main target here is organizations. Usually, this type of crime is done by teams of criminals, including malware attacks and denial of service attacks. The next point is property cybercrime. This type targets property like credit cards or even intellectual property rights. And the next one is society cybercrimes. This is the most dangerous form of cybercrime as it includes cyber terrorism. Now, we are going in the next slide. Here, we will learn about the cyber criminals. Who are cyber criminals? A cyber criminal is a person who uses his skills in technology to do malicious acts and illegal activities known as cyber crimes. They can be individuals or teams. Cyber criminals are widely available in what is called the dark web. Dark web. Here, they mostly provide their illegal services or products. We are familiar with the word hacking, and who is doing hacking is called hacker. Now the question is every hacker a cyber criminal? No, not every hacker is a cyber criminal, because hacking itself is not considered a crime, as it can be used to reveal vulnerabilities, to report, and such type of hacker is called white hat hacker. If any hacker finds the vulnerabilities in any system and inform the authority to remove it, then this type of hacking is not considered as cyber criminal. This type of hacking is called white hat hacking, and the hacker is white hat hacker. That is, the purpose of this hacking is not to harm any system. It is for checking the vulnerability of any system. And black hat hacker. However, hacking is considered a cyber crime when it has a malicious purpose of conducting any harmful activities, and such type of hacker is called black hat hacker or a cyber criminal. It is not necessary for cyber criminals to have any hacking skills, as not all cyber crimes include hacking. Cyber criminals can be individuals who are trading in illegal online content, or scammers, or even drug dealers. Here I am going to give examples of cyber criminals. Black hat hackers, cyber stalkers, cyber terrorists, scammers. These are the cyber criminals. Cyber criminals who conduct targeted attacks are known as threat actors. Cyber criminals who conduct targeted attacks are known as threat actors. Now we are going to next slide. Here we can see that the question is, how do cyber crimes happen? Cyber criminals take advantage of security holes and vulnerabilities found in systems and exploit them to take a foothold inside the targeted environment. The security holes can be a form of using weak authentication methods and passwords. It can also happen for the lack of strict security models and policies. Now we are going to the next section. Why are cyber crimes increasing? We observed that day by day cyber crime is increasing nowadays. But what are the reasons behind it? Why are cyber crimes increasing? The world is constantly developing new technologies. So now it has a big reliance on technology. Most smart devices are connected to the internet. There are benefits and there are also risks in using internet. One of the risks is the big rise in the number of cyber crimes committed. There are not enough security measures and operations to help and protect these new advanced technologies. The new advanced technologies are coming in our society, but there are no such technique or operations that can prevent the attacks using new technologies. Computer networks allow people in cyberspace to reach any connected part of the world in seconds. It is to be noted that covering tracks is much easier when committing a cyber crime rather than real crimes. But cybercrime can have different laws and regulations from one country to another. So, it is hard to capture the criminals and punish them. This is an important point. What is saying here? Covering the tracks is much easier for cyber crimes than real crimes. Yet, cyber crimes are increasing today. Why? Though the covering of tracks is easier and cyber crimes may occur from international places, it is not necessary that a cyber crime is occurring in the criminal's own nation only. The criminal may sit in another nation, and the law is different from nation to nation. So, if police can understand that this criminal is occurring from other countries, they are not able to punish the criminal as their law is different. Now, we shall try to discuss the next point. How to prevent cyber crimes? As we have observed that cyber criminals may attack our information, so we have to protect our information from cyber attacks. There are many tips and guidelines to protect yourself and your environment from the risk of cyber crimes. If we switch off every day our mobile and switch on again, then it will also give security to our mobile. When some attacker enters in our devices through internet, and if we switch off and switch on our mobiles, then that time the connection will be disconnected, and it is not necessary that the criminals will attack again. Hence, daily at least once switching off and switching on will give the security to your mobile. You must use up-to-date security software like antivirus and firewalls. Implement the best possible security settings for your environment. Do not browse untrusted website. Important things. Do not browse untrusted websites, and be careful when downloading unknown files, and also be careful when viewing email attachments. Use strong authentication methods and set passwords as strong as possible. Do not share sensitive information online or on your social media accounts. Educate your family members about the risk of internet usage and keep monitoring their activities. Always be ready to make an immediate reaction when falling victim to cyber crimes by referring to the police. From this discussion, we observe many points how to prevent our information. And the last point is, if we are victim to the cyber crimes, then immediately inform to police. The next slide shows advanced cyber security systems. Here, some points are noted which will provide advanced cyber security. Some advanced cyber security processes are mentioned here. Multi-factor authentication. Today we are observing that for banking transactions they are also using multi-factor authentication. When anyone goes for online banking, there is user ID password. Apart from that, for transaction time they send OTP, on-time password. This is multi-factor authentication. OTP comes in mobile, and the bankers try to know whether it is authentic person or not. If anyone note your user ID and password, then they can also transaction in your bank through online. But to enhance the security, bankers has applied another level of security through OTP. OTP goes to a personal mobile number. This is multi-factor authentication. And the next points are virtual private networks. Try to use private networks, not public networks. but it is not possible for all. Email security solutions, password managers, security awareness training. This type of training will provide some information about the security knowledge. So, training is necessary in our society. Data backup and recovery. AI, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning cyber crime protection. Now, we are going to conclude our discussion. From the discussions, we know what is crime, what is cyber crime, who is called cyber criminal, how our data will be secured, and what steps we will follow to give the security or enhance the security to our information. Now, at the time of conclusion, we can say that valuable information needs to be protected. From where? From the attack of cyber crimes. That is, information is very valuable things in today's world. The valuable information needs to be protected from cyber attack. Information is a basic building block in an organization. In the same way as employees, premises, and equipment. That is, as the employees, premises, and equipments are valuables to an organization, in the same way, information is also valuable and basic building block to an organization. Information expresses knowledge or message in a concrete form. We can communicate information, we can store it, we can refine it, and we can control processes with it. We simply need it for most of what we do. Therefore, information is valuable and needs to be protected based on the requirement. Information can be valuable both for organizations and for the individual. Sometimes it is even vital. We need to protect our information so that only authorized persons may take part in it, which is known as confidentiality. At the time of security, we have learned about the term confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Here also, we need to protect our information so that only authorized persons may take part in it, that is confidentiality. One can trust that it is correct and not manipulated. That is, information integrity will be there, and it is always available when we need it. That is the availability. The three basic goals of security is confidentiality, integrity, and availability must be followed here. Now I am at the end of my lecture. I would like to express my deep sense and gratitude to the officials involved in organizing the session, to all persons of my department and university, to the audience, and to all who helped me to prepare this lecture. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.